What's he dropping on me?
That's a contract.
With who? Who you taking? Because you said something. Who is it? I'm gonna see if I guess. Who is it?
You know what that is?
Oh, yeah. Jesse. All right, so let's start episode 3 of the UEL podcast.
Episode 3, baby.
Let's go. So we got some new guests with us today. We have Wonkhoo over here. She's a player of the league as well as an assistant manager of the arcade. And then we also have Watt, who's been a player for a long time, I think since season 1, correct? Season 1 or season 2?
Season 2.
Okay, season
I've been coming here since season 1, but
yeah.
All right, dude, that's why I've seen you from the beginning. So, again, you have G-Licious and Pastor Herb.
I love G-Licious.
Hey, listen, man, that shit came up. I was like, I got to take that one. So, we're going to go over a couple new things with you today. We're going to talk with the people that we have here, the new hosts, some guests that you guys haven't heard from before. We're also going to talk about what players are on each team, as well as, like, what some of our favorite games are, so you can kind of see, like, how becoming a part of the league has really opened your, doors to new games for people. Or like when we were kids, we used to play all different types of games.
Play whatever, man.
Exactly.
Anything. It didn't matter. We would play whatever game, whatever time. It didn't matter.
Yeah. And so we would play any type of game. New games come out, you would try it at least, right? But somehow through all of the choices that we have now in today's society, we've backed away from that. Like we've gone to just playing one game.
Yeah.
Well, this league is disrupting all of that. So with that happening, we have these players here who have all experienced what the league has been able to do and how they've been able to like get more adjusted to new games and playing more games. Now maybe they played more games already. There are some that do.
Yeah.
But it's still more rare, and it's going to kind of show you how the league has opened up all of our minds to new games that can be played.
Right.
We're going to explain some new games that you might not actually have ever played, so you might get interested in playing them.
Right, for sure.
All right? So actually, first I want to we've already talked about me and Herb and like what we've done as far as and like how we've gotten involved in the podcast and the league. But I want to talk with Wonkhoo. So what brought you into the league and kind of like what has you so interested in video games and being a part of the league?
well, I've been playing video games for a long time. Actually, we've been playing together for a long time. Thank you. Pass the mic. How I found this place was actually a weird story. I was literally on a walk with one of my friends, and he was like, "Yeah, there's just like this arcade place," and it was I think it was August of last year, or maybe the year. Yeah, last year. Okay, I'm not thinking right.
You're good. You
Keep correcting my mic.
You gotta speak into the blue part. That's
Hello, Blue.
Yeah.
Hello, Blue.
That's
okay.
blue mic.
Sorry, guys.
You're good. Yeah, honestly, like that's what the. No, keep talking. Just keep talking. I'll do this.
Okay, so so we found this place. We talked to Herb. I didn't come back for a little while. Then one day, Caleb and I were bored. We've known each other for a long time, so.
Real name Caleb.
Yeah,
Okay.
real name Courtney.
Yeah, Gubbies.
Exposed.
Let's go.
And we came back, and we were just coming, playing casually, and then there was one day where Herb saw us playing Call of Duty Black Ops 3. We were top 150 monthly leaderboards, by the way. Just slide that in there. Saw Arcades, and was just like, bro, what are you doing? Enter the league. So we ended up I got sponsored for the Bandits. But yeah, that's how I ended up in the league. You can share your story as well. It's pretty much kind of goes hand in hand.
Yeah. So you guys are friends, obviously.
Yeah.
You played before this.
Yeah, we've been friends since middle school. I say like middle of 7th grade year. We were talking to each other in the lunch line, and we were like, "Oh, you play Xbox, I play Xbox. Let's hook up and play some games, And we've been playing ever since then, basically. And then one day, she was like, "Yo, one of our friends told us about this cool arcade in South Point. Let's go." And I was like, "All right, bet. I mean, I'm always down to go to an arcade, know." And we went, and again, we started playing Black Ops 3. We played that game for a long time, and we grinded it out, and we've always been pretty good at it. And I also got sponsored by the Bandits when they were making the whole new team with the Tryouts, so that's how I got in the league.
Yeah, I think that the reason that they had to make a whole new team may have been because the Ghost Squad owner, I don't know who that is, stole 3 players from the team and wiped the whole team out. So they had 3 players left. We were both kind of in a predicament, the Ghost Squad as well as the Bandits, where we both had 3 players, and all 3 of our players were all really good, but you really can't play 3v7 in this league. It's just not going to work out, especially with the 5v5 games we have and even like 4v4 games. It's just you're just not going to do it. So I came up with an idea that, hey, Bandits are looking okay over there, but they're struggling. So I talked with the players, and we were able to take all 3 of their players and add them to the Ghost Squad to then make one solid team that had a chance in the finals. Because at the time, we had just had, like, basically the finals ripped from us. That gave us a shot. But then with that being done, we had to rebuild, or the owner of the Bandits had to rebuild the Bandits, and they kind of had some slim pickings. But Watt and Wonkhoo came along, and they were the first ones to jump on. I believe first ones to jump on.
I think.
Were you first, or did the other team players come first?
We came for like a tryout, and everybody was there. I think only one person didn't make the team. I'm not gonna throw shade.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna throw shade. But
Okay, yeah, because
she
you
would have
guys
made
had.
the team. But
I remember that.
anyways, yeah, I think.
Oh, so you had tryouts.
Yeah, and I honestly was really confused as to what was going on. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Like at first I was like, so I am trying out for a team, and then, and that's when Titus was like, yeah, you're like pretty much like sponsored on the team already, and I was like, oh, cool. And I told my mom, she was like, cool. Okay, you don't get it either. It's okay.
Oh no, that's fucking awesome.
But now I get it, and obviously, so I have to get it now.
Yeah, and so now since then they are no longer Bandits, but we'll get into that in a little bit. You ended up coming here, and that's how you got into it?
I mean, ever since we've started coming here, we've started playing a lot less at home with each other, I'd say, and playing a lot more here.
Okay.
There's just, at home, I don't have a PC personally.
Yeah.
So I can come here and play games like Valorant, and, I like to play Overwatch on PC as well. I feel like it's just,
This is better.
I was gonna say, like, a lot of times we also help each other out, because I know there's a point. I mean, I let you borrow my Nintendo Switch for a long time, and that's how you got your Smash skills going. And then same, you have my Xbox right now, which is cool. But I have a PC now, so it's cool. We pretty much, we come here, then we go home, and I stream, and we play more games there. So it's constant, like, basically a routine at this point. But I mean.
Yeah. And what's the name of your stream?
Oh yeah, twitch.tv/Wonkhoo, by the way. WONKHOO.
Yep.
Thank you.
So.
From another streamer, see? That's why he's like, oh, you plugged all the wins. What happened?
So I got a question before we really get into the topic. Do you guys feel like you're here in the league now, right? You're on let's say a hypothetically better team now. Let's say was it that bad being on the Bandits, or you gotta have to get your foot in the door? You know what I mean? Do you think it's wise for most players who want to join the league? Let's say they don't join the best team in the world. Do you think it's still a good idea just to get your foot in the door?
I am not going to say any names, but there was a certain player that we tried to get. And honestly, it was kind of like, he tried to join a different team right away, and it was kind of like, man, if you want to get in the league, you gotta have a foot in, and that's what we did. We had that season, we dealt with it, and now we're on that hypothetically better team.
We basically earned our spot up to, no matter, how bad the situations we were put in, we still gave our all and did what we could. We had to pick up so many games because we had 2 players on the Bandits that quit mid-season. Again, not gonna say names, but we had 2 people, and that left us with what?
Yo, people just walked out.
Yeah,
people literally just walked out mid-tournament.
Thanks to your team.
In the middle of one of our games.
And we're just like, where'd he go? And we're like, okay, well, I guess our rotation's all screwed up now. But like I said, we literally fought through that, and
that's tough.
I'm just saying, it was the easiest way for us personally to get into the league, so I don't regret doing it that way. I'm glad I had that experience to actually learn more about the league, and again, expand my gaming ability.
And with you doing that, you were able to showcase your skills to other owners.
That's what I'm saying.
Because even right now, I have trouble when I haven't seen enough playing going on, when I haven't seen you maybe try a game you're not good at and then get good at it. That shows me that, hey, this person can learn, which is another one of the skills. Is if you can learn a new game, that's very valuable to me. We have Rex is one of the best tales about that.
Yeah, because he wants to soak in all.
He came in and he struggled with a couple shooters, and now he's really good at those shooters. And again with multiple other games, but it just shows you that when you put that time in, how you can prove yourself, and you have the time. Wonkhoo tripping.
I love you, Rex. I'm sorry.
I might have to shoot you for that one.
Oh no! All right, so with Rex, they have seemed to have similar kind of experiences, where they have expanded the games they're good at. They've given me and Herb the ability to see what they're good at. I was actually trying to pick up Wonkhoo. I'm sorry, Watt. I was trying to pick up Wonkhoo for my squad for this season, but Herb already had his claws in her as he did Acosta before, and then he got Watt as well. So now Watt and Wonkhoo are a part of the Ravens squad.
Ravens, baby.
So you got 3 Ravens in here with just me by myself. So just so you know. Exactly. I feel a little nervous. I'm sweating. And they have a good squad. Their squad is solid. Like we're gonna this January 8th. So January 8th, we're actually gonna have a scrimmage with my squad versus Germana.
All right.
Okay.
So so here's the call out. This is the call out.
There's a call out. Okay.
So we can do a week later, so we can do that next week, or we can do like 2 weeks.
Okay.
So what we're trying to do is get the Ghosts versus the Ravens.
Okay.
We're trying to do that.
Look, everybody wants a piece of the Ghosts. You see that?
We're trying to do that. We're trying to do that. I mean, we calling out whatever, man. Whoever, it doesn't matter. We can go the Bandits.
Anybody can get it?
The Boos, the Germana squad. We don't care, bro.
Okay.
Anybody can get it. Anybody can get it. But
I like it.
We want to. It was Caleb's idea. He's like, let's do it. Let's do it.
You're right.
And
hey man,
You talk.
I don't want to like throw it out there because I don't know if y'all are like, I don't want to say scared, but like, if y'all want to put some like money on it.
Hey, we'll see.
500.
Hey, listen,
500.
so we'll figure that out. We'll figure out what we can do officially.
Yeah.
Because we got to follow some laws and some things like that.
Yeah.
But we will figure out what we can do officially. Like I wouldn't be opposed to that. A good Ravens Ghost game. And see where that goes. But hey, guys, listen, I'm not gonna be able to put up money on all these games. Everybody wants to scrimmage my team.
Right.
But so yeah, no, that's exciting. I like that. So that's the first call out we've had on the podcast. So podcast 3, we got the first call out, and you went with my squad. So Ravens versus my squad.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm about to clear my whole schedule.
Honestly,
freaking every weekend doing this.
I have another call out as well.
Oh, all right, let's go.
I want to do a 1st to 10 versus DZD.
Ooh.
I want to do a 1st to 10 versus DZD. DZD, where you at? Where you at, bruh? I want that. We can get it whenever.
That's just you.
That's just me. 1-on-1, 1st to 10 on the wheel. We spin the wheel. Whoever win more games is the winner.
Yeah, because we got multiple different types of challenges here.
Yeah.
So you just heard a 1-on-1 1st to 10.
Yeah.
Versus what? Like I think our scrimmages we might shorten them down not to 10. It might be 7.
Okay. Yeah. We can do like a 1st to 7 then.
Yeah, we haven't really officially done like what we're gonna do for scrimmages, but the scrimmages will definitely be less than the 1st to 10. We'll kind of reduce that a little bit.
7's a good number.
Yeah, I think 7's good, and maybe like it'd be 3.5 hour max or like 3:15 or something like that. But and that'll be something that because it's a scrimmage, that's something that the owners can agree on based on like how much time each person on the team has,
honestly,
based on what they're doing.
Honestly, y'all can make it because I think we did the finals we had like the 4-hour quarters, right?
Yes.
If we did, let's say we did like 45-minute quarters, so that's an hour and a half, hour and 15, and then 3 hours.
Yeah.
Y'all could do that, and then that way we can keep it underneath 3 hours. If you wanted 2 hours, you can make it 30-minute quarters, but I think, I think
3 hours is a good full experience, too.
It's a good full experience. It's the sweet spot.
Yeah, and also the scrimmages, like, we're going to announce them and let you guys know when they are and stuff so that people can come and experience it. You can come experience the scrimmage if you want to get a taste of what the finals is going to be like.
Yeah, for
now,
sure.
the finals is, like, multiple days back-to-back of multiple teams playing each other, so it's a little bit more intense, but it's still pretty intense just what's going to be proven as the scrimmaging. And we all take it pretty serious because people are looking to see what other people are doing. We're kind of watching to see how teams are changing, who they're playing, watch their strategy play. So scrimmages are, again, a whole nother, like, strategic, approach. We already have people that aren't really trying to play other teams because they don't want their teams to be able to see what they're doing.
Give away the strategy.
Yeah,
and
I get it. But, if you're scared, you're scared. You know what I mean?
I've said this multiple times. I've never said it to you guys because you weren't a part of the team. There was a point in time where, like, we were going against a team, like, in a scrimmage or exhibition. And I was like, hey, like, we know we should put in this player for this certain game. We're not going to put them in. We're going to literally put in somebody else who's, like, literally just not even good at the game. Number one, so they can get a rep. And number two, so we don't give away our strategy at all. We just don't. We want, like, if it's preseason, like NFL, right, you're not going to see, like, the Giants put in their best quarterback. You're not going to see, most teams don't do that. They put in their backup to do the preseason so they can get the reps in and also so you don't give away your whole playbook before the freaking season even start. Because preseason don't mean nothing.
Exactly.
I've seen teams go 4-0 in the preseason. Go into the regular season, just be trash. Just straight up trash. And I know y'all seen it too.
Yep. Yeah. And that's the exact idea here is that, like, even me, like, playing certain strategies, I might have somebody that's my worst player at a game play it, whereas in the real tournament, I would maybe put my best player in. So the scrimmages will definitely be played differently, but you're going to get a really good idea. And there's going to, people just, every single time, especially with gamers, like, we get competitive.
Oh, yeah.
Like, even when you start to kind of lose sight of, like, wait, I don't want to lose. Like, but it's like, no, you're supposed to lose. I don't want them to know that you've gotten good at this. Because, like, I have players that have gotten good at games that nobody knows. And so it's like, you don't really want to give that card up.
Yeah, because you're going to make them train even harder.
Yeah, and when they're walking up to the game, because we make our selections privately. Yeah. So we tell whoever it is that's the designated person to take the player list. So once we have our, 3 minutes?
Yeah, just about, yeah.
So we have about 3 minutes between each game to pick our players. During that time, there's somebody that you tell who you're picking. That person then records it. But the other team does not know who you picked until the game is about to be played. So, I mean, there's stuff going on. We got people, like, walking up and sitting in the seat that aren't actually playing. I mean, there's all different types of mind games getting thrown out here. Yeah. Well, since we're already getting into it a little bit, let's go ahead and we're just going to go over the actual players on each of these teams so you guys can kind of hear the names. We're going to have some of the photos come up so you can put faces to names for each team. And then that way, as trades and stuff are made, you're going to kind of have an idea of how the teams are changing and how they are looking, and you'll actually be able to, like, refer to a end gamer that's actually on that team. So I'll kind of just go over the names first. So I guess we can do the Ghost Squad first because I know them by heart, and I can kind of tell you who's on my squad. So right now we have Jomi, TLG, Monado Boy, Cordy, Lockdown, and Dr. Drizzle. And we're going to put these in there for you guys to look at. I actually was originally going to be dropping Lockdown. We did have another player, DMV. He was really good. It just, with the layout of my team and the position that he held, I needed to switch that out for basically better team continuity. But I have one position open right now, and with the team I have solid, I'm looking for a sports player. That's kind of where I feel like my weakness is. Now I'm putting it out there, just for the betterment of the podcast and to kind of get people to understand it. But I'm really missing a strong sports player. Now, Lockdown has actually gotten a lot better at the sports games ever since I let him know that I was potentially dropping him. He's one of the best attitudes that I think in the league, period. I don't know, I think he really brings a lot of fun and hype and, like, positivity. He's a great sport. Like, he's not causing problems on the team, and he's definitely bringing everybody up, even if we're in a tight spot, which we've came out of tight spots before. And that's a key thing is, like, can we keep our attitudes up? Yep. Everybody gets competitive. Everybody gets emotional. But, like, can you keep your spirits up enough to stay focused for me? Because I'm still on the next game. We lost that. We got to go to the next one and win. And Lockdown has really helped my team do that. So between him, putting together a pretty big pitch for me and then also competing for his spot, he actually is staying on the team. So I have Lockdown on the team. So, definitely give him a little clap for that. He worked for that. And so then we have the Ravens. You want to go over your new squad? You definitely got some additions. Maybe talk about who you dropped real quick for this season.
Yeah, for sure. So this season, as, like, the finals went out, I ended up unfortunately dropping Scarlet Rift. Scarlet Rift is a great player, but the performance in the finals wasn't really matching his skill level, which is crazy because when I say he's got skills, like, he's got skills. Like, he's one of the main people who can actually keep up with me when it comes to Tekken. He can keep up. And as far as, like, other fighting games, he already had it too. Smash, Mortal Kombat, Dragon Ball FighterZ, Street Fighter. He has a skill there. And I ended up dropping him. That was a Season 2 drop. Yeah. Season 1 drop, I ended up getting rid of Rex, unfortunately. That happened because of, the way that was set up. But let's talk about the rest of the team. So currently on my team, I have myself, Pastor Herbs. We have Wonkhoo here. We have Watt. We have Acosta, who is a dog at games. Is really good. A little cocky, but he's definitely good. Money 3 Ball, who's he's like the sports guy right now. He's the stand-in sports guy. I won't say he's like, let's say a 10 out of 10. He's like a solid 8-9. You know what I mean? Yeah. He's a solid 8-9 in most of the sports games. Pretty good at shooting.
You said Moneyball, right?
Yeah, Moneyball.
Yeah, so in the first season, Moneyball was on my squad. And then I dropped. I don't even know if I dropped him. I didn't drop him. He dropped himself. He left my squad for his. Yeah. Again, so you see a reoccurring theme with the freaking Ravens taking all my people. But that one was okay. Like, we worked through that.
It's funny you say that. Mm-hmm. And then we have Spartacus right here. So that makes it 6. I ended up dropping. They were like quick pickups and quick drops. Yeah. It was Quan and Pop. They were brothers. Yeah. We kind of like picked them up for really quick before the finals, Season 2. But again, really didn't work out. It was more of like a like a free agency contract, kind of like you kind of just like put somebody on the team, but they're not fully signed.
Okay.
It's one of those things. Spartacus a dog at Smash. Spartacus a dog at Mortal Kombat and controls CTR really, really well.
Yeah.
To the point where it's like you spin the wheel, you land on that, and you have to go against them.
Yeah.
You gotta look out. You're probably not gonna win.
And CTR.
Yeah. CTR.
Yeah. So Jomi on my squad, it like holds down CTR. So those two, it gets crazy.
And
like stuff you don't see.
I have.
What's he dropping on me?
That's a contract.
With who? Who you taking? Because you said something. Who is it? I'm gonna see if I guess. Who is it?
You know what that is?
Oh yeah.
You know who that is?
Tristan.
Yeah.
Oh, you're signing Tristan on?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got Tristan.
Okay, so let's explain it. So Tristan, I've been looking at Tristan.
Yeah.
I was having him play Jesse, and that was actually the person he was playing to kind of keep his spot.
Mm-hmm.
They both performed well.
Yeah.
It actually didn't really give me a whole lot on either one of them as far as who was better.
Right.
But in that moment, I decided to stick with Lockdown. So it looks like what's being dropped live to me right now is the contract, which Herb has been boosting up Tristan too. So I'll tell.
Listen,
so up to now, he's been boosting him up. He's been telling me that he's good. So I had plenty of an opportunity to snatch him up, even with his sign off. But I'm not gonna lie, we play mind games, so I don't really trust whatever Herb tells me. Like I take it with a grain of salt, and I have to like double check, triple check it. So I was not sure, and like I got people telling me like, hey, watch out, you don't know what's going on. So with that being said, though, this is freaking crazy. Well, congratulations to him, man.
Thank you.
Yo, congratulations to y'all. That's dope. That's dope. Tristan, good work, man.
Tristan has wanted to be on the team.
He's a grinder. He's grinder.
Day
yeah.
one. He told me, he's like, I knew I'd be on your team eventually. I knew you'd come around. I was like, bro. He was like, bro, I just kept asking you.
Yeah.
You were telling me about all the teams. But honestly, like, he definitely has the drive. I know he lost to Jesse and Madden and 2K, but I definitely see him like turning that around and like just doing more.
They played like 1 or 2 games, dude. At the end of the So I mean, at the end of the day, you have to play a lot more than that to really see if they can maintain the consistency in how they're playing. Because I mean, with Madden, especially with accelerated clock, you don't get a whole lot of time. You know, football.
Oh, the same Mario Party.
And
Madden is Mario Party.
And who's to say Tristan probably, wasn't playing at his fullest.
Hey,
Who's to say? Who's to say? Who's to say?
You saying something? What you got to say? Yo, go ahead. Hey, I'm sitting right here. I'm listening.
What you mean?
Okay. Well, but I guess with that being said, we'll definitely have this scrimmage, so we're going to see how that pans out. Yeah. I'm actually really excited to see how he fares and like how it goes because we haven't seen him at that level of competition yet. So it's just kind of been like trying out with each other.
Right. It was a shame, I'd say, that he didn't play.
I thought you was taking Monado Boy or something. No. Like, I'm not going to lie.
Imagine? Oh, my God.
I was sweating. When you go back and watch when you started to like lay the contract out, I was playing it cool, but inside I was like, "Fuck, he's taking Monado Boy." Like you're gonna have to beat it.
Nah. Monado's loyal.
No, I got pretty loyal squad. But I was still just like, "Yo, did I like not talk to him enough?"
Because I did it when I was like, "Oh, it's funny you say that."
When you said that part, I was like, "Yo, he's stealing somebody again right now." No. All right, well let's run through these. Okay, so the first season winners, the Boos, since we've already touched on Rex and stuff, we might as well go into the Boos.
Okay.
So the Boos squad, you have Billy. We've already gone over him before as a top 2 player. You have Rex, and actually Billy's name Billy the Goat.
Billy the Goat.
Yeah, so Billy the Goat. You have Rex. You have Silver. I haven't talked about Silver much. You want to touch on Silver? Does anybody want to touch on Silver?
Silver's pretty nice. He's definitely, so being the brother of Scarlet and Scance, he's grew up playing fighting games. So they're like second nature to him. Yeah. You know what I mean? They're really second nature. It doesn't take a whole lot for him to pick one up.
Yeah.
He was the only one that could keep up with Acosta and Dragon Ball fighters. Well, akin to like Billy and Jomi.
Yeah.
He's one of those people, man, and he's got a lot of drive. I'm not sure how he is in shooters, but I know he's in trash.
Yeah.
Because he probably, again, when we were younger, we played everything.
He can pick it up and play it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've seen him play it.
But his strength is definitely the fighting games. Like, you're going to have to look out.
Okay, so that's Silver. DZ, we talked about him as a top 2 player as well. Killer at sports, shooters. I mean, really just anything he touches. And then now you guys can talk about this guy because I haven't really seen him play yet. So Mark Smar.
I don't know a lot about Mark Smar.
Okay, go ahead.
All I've really seen from Mark Smart is, like, unfortunately, him getting thrown into Smash 2s. Like, I know he doesn't play Smash. He's just like, dude, why? From what I've heard, he's a shooting game player.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure, but literally I've only seen him play Smash, and, like, I feel bad for you, man. I'm sorry. Like, that's not a fun game to get thrown into if you don't play it. Cause, like, especially, it was against the Ghost, too, so, he's going against Minato and TLG.
Yeah. We got some killers.
Yeah, and I think he got thrown in against someone else, but I'm not sure who it was, but it was rough.
Well, it's never fun when you get, like, thrown into something that someone's dominant in, and then like, you just barely played it or whatever. Exactly. But guess what? That's a part of that strategy as the owner. Like, you have to, sometimes it's like, okay, who is going to be the most valuable in the future plays that are to come? Right. In the beginning, that's a really hard decision to make. Exactly. Because you have, like, every game on the list. Mm-hmm. But as you get, like, halfway through, you really have to start to look at what's left on the wheel. Mm-hmm. What is more likely to pop up? Because sometimes you play a couple fighters in a row, probably not going to play a fighter again. So you could probably use that, maybe that really good fighter in whatever, the situation is at the time. Mm-hmm. So all that kind of stuff is always changing as the tournament is progressing, so it's pretty dope.
It gets more and more intense the more and more you go.
Yeah, and so the next players you got on the booze, you got Scance and Felushi, right?
So Scance, we can already get into it. Brother of Silver and Scarlet, so really good at fighting games, really good at Smash, not trash at shooters, exactly what you need if you want to. I'd say for this season, definitely last season, but this season since like Soul Calibur and Marvel vs. Capcom got taken off of the wheel, I'd say fighting players in general are a little bit nerfed. Mm-hmm. That's why I think I had to make the transition from like another fighting game player to like somebody like Tristan, who was like I guess more dominant in sports. Yeah. Because we have more sports games on the wheel than we probably had in like a really long time. Mm-hmm. It's definitely a more sports heavy. And then Felushi, he's just really good at Rocket League. I don't want to say that's it, but he's. I don't want to say that's it.
What do you have to say?
He's Supersonic Legend, right?
No, he's
GC.
Oh, I hate to say it, but like Herb said, I hate to say that's it, but like kinda. He's been practicing, but when he first joined the league, that was it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But now that he's been in the league for a couple months, he's getting into some more games and he's getting into shooters a lot more, I believe. So. Yeah.
I was gonna say the only other game I've seen him play was F1. I think he beat Cordy during that. Okay. I think that was the results. I don't remember exactly, but I know he was playing that. I've seen him. I know it doesn't matter now, but I've seen him play 2K as well. So
I saw him practicing Overwatch one day, so that's why.
I haven't seen him in like 2 months. So Felushi, wherever you are.
Where you at, man?
Where you at?
Where you at?
Where you at?
Blues are looking for you.
Hey. You can stay gone for now until we scrimmage you. Then you can come back. Unless you're trash, then you can come back. Okay, so let's see. Well, Bandits. Let's touch on the Bandits real quick. So right now, the Bandits obviously lost Wonkhoo and Watt. Yep. And they currently have EJ, Leon, and Adonis, which we touched on Adonis, I believe, on the last podcast. Yeah. So they have like a pretty good squad. They're building their squad. They only have 3 players, I believe. They might have a 4th. Is that correct?
I don't see them having a 4th. However, okay. I see myself or just other people in the league being able to get on the Bandits now confidently. He's having a little bit confidently. This is how I feel. They kind of need me there. What I can respect about all the Germanic kids is they literally all want to play Tekken. They realize how much fun it is, and I'll touch on that later.
Do they want to go bald?
Oh man. So next we have Ty Getta. Ty Getta is Christian. Yeah. You know Christian. You go ahead.
Me and Christian go way back to like 7th grade. 9th grade. Sorry. Okay. Really great Overwatch player. Really great Valorant player. I know he plays a little bit of Smash too. He's not too bad. Other than that, I really haven't seen him play much. I did see him play Leon in Dragon Ball FighterZ, and he had an unfortunate outcome there because, again, I think actually Leon had been playing that a little bit more after the whole Marvel Capcom thing, but he's still not to the point. I think if Christian would have just outmatched him, he could have won. But like again, that's not really his fault. Like, he hadn't played the game.
No, Leon would have won. In that instance.
And he did win.
In that instance, he would have won.
But that's all I've seen from him. Like I said, amazing Valorant, amazing Overwatch player. Like I feel like he can be a really great team-based game player.
I witnessed that. Like I was watching him because he played on PC. He was playing on PC back here the whole time, and I remember coming back here and watching him, and he was killing it. Like,
he was all over my diva in the finals, man. He was just like, yeah, nerf this, and going against me, and I'm just like, dude, what do I do? Yeah, we played them in Overwatch. I don't remember who he was. I think he was playing Roadhog. Yeah, he was fucking up my diva though.
Yeah,
whoops. Hopefully I can.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. And then next we have AJ Little Blue, who is Aiden. Aiden, you guys want to talk about him a little bit? I know you do. I know you do.
Oh, this guy.
Let me say something. Let me say something first. You want a rematch in Soul Calibur, even though it's irrelevant now? Let's go. Because he's been asking me since I beat him. Let's go ahead. Or if you want to pick a different fighting game, Tekken.
Can I make a late call out?
I know you've been playing Tekken a little bit too.
Yeah, I know you've been playing Tekken, but I'll still beat you.
Y'all gotta give me what
I'll still beat you.
So you listen, Katarina, that's your character.
No.
You said no.
No, I was playing one character that I like playing. Well, maybe.
Who? Miguel?
Maybe. No. Miguel was because I was trying to be a mini you. We're not gonna talk about that.
Okay. We'll talk about it later.
So, am I allowed to call him out at this
time? Yeah.
What's his gamer tag again?
AJ Lil Blue.
Alright, so I'm gonna be honest, that one day I think we were playing Gears, and you looked up at the scores, and you were like, man, these are biased, and it's like, what games do you play? I'll first to 10 you any day, anytime, first to 7, first to whatever. If you get 3 on me, I'll let you win the whole thing, bro.
Woo! Oh, he's getting crazy handicaps.
I'm gonna add on to that. If you want a first to 7, first to 10 me as well. Either one of us. I mean, both of us. Go ahead. Like,
let's
one
go.
at a time too. We won't.
Let's
do
go.
it against you.
All of this will be streamed, recorded, and then I think we'll probably just bring them on the podcast afterwards. We'll definitely do that. You'll get to witness these challenges. Because how many challenges is that now? So you got one. Yeah, you challenged the ghost. We'll take that. Yeah, you and DZ.
Me and AJ.
Yep.
You and AJ. And then just us.
I think that's
all right. That's what's been called out so far. So those are the challenges for today's podcast.
Yep.
All right, and then where we at?
So next we have Spicy, who is Owen. Owen's pretty good at Rocket League. Plays a few other games. I can't really remember, but I know he plays a little bit of Rocket League.
So he plays a couple other games. I think like shooters.
Yeah.
But he's
bad for him.
What?
He got thrown into Smash with me in the
finals.
that
sucks.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
And all it took was hey, well, stop playing around.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh no.
Shouts out to Owen for going to the same high school as me. He told me.
Really?
Yeah, I forgot about
We
those.
went to the same high school, and that senior prank, he was like, "Oh, that was you?" I was like, "Yeah, the legend's still here, baby." So
hold on. What was the prank?
So okay, I'll try to make this a quick story.
Yeah. Quick story. What's the prank? The prank? Legendary.
Basically, right. Me and a bunch of other seniors, we were like, "Yo, let's do the senior prank." You had to like tell the student council, administrators, whatever, and we were like, "Yo, we're gonna move the Spirit Rock." They were like, "Oh, okay." So basically, that was such a stupid thing for them to give us the okay on because the Spirit Rock weighs like 2,000 pounds. It weighs like a lot. It weighs like so much. Like we had went out and bought a chain. We had went out and got like all this stuff so we could lift up the Spirit Rock. We trying to move it. We're like, bruh, there is no possible way we're gonna move this rock. Like it's not possible. But they gave us the okay, so we were like just looking around like, yo. And then somebody said. So we had a lot of girls in our school who had kids.
Yeah.
So we had this like a playground like in the school it was a daycare as well.
Oh, okay.
It was Brook Point High School, so we were the Blackhawks. They were called the Kitty Hawks.
Yeah.
So the playground was just there. We were like, yo, let's just move the playground.
We moved the whole playground.
We moved the whole playground, dude. Like it was crazy. So like the playground was like material. And this is another part of the story. The playground's material was almost like it was like a big like Lego type of material.
Okay.
So it was one of those. So we cut down the fence because we had some wire cutters. We had bought. I'm telling you, we had bought all this stuff. Like everybody's there, and they're like, "How'd you get that cut on your finger, Herb?" We know it's not from lifting weights. I was like, guys, I'm not stupid. You're not stupid. Let's not do this. Let's not do this. They were like, all right. They were like, so I was like, my question is like, how'd you guys know? They were like, okay. Number one, cameras.
Yeah.
We had the cameras already, just in case some like weirdos like at the playground or something like that. So we just had the cameras.
Yeah.
And 2, word of mouth. We already caught everybody. Because like mind you, like I left in like the middle of the day, right? Well, at the beginning of the day, and I come back around the middle time of the day.
Yeah.
Obviously, stuff is going down. They're trying to figure it out. So in that time, they had already caught everybody else. And
kids be thinking they're so smart too. Like, we didn't leave anything, no
yeah,
evidence.
nah,
Meanwhile, they left sweatshirts hanging over the fence with their name in the inside. Everybody was caught before they even left.
Yeah. They probably saw me like, cause like when I cut my finger, I was like, They probably saw it. They're like,
they were probably dying. Watching y'all work harder than you worked all year.
Literally.
For this one prank. Oh, so mine wasn't as good. But my seniors, what they did is they concreted one of the toilets to the top of the school.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
What do you
So like right at the main, like right at the like we have like a main entrance. And it was like not where the people who drive and park go, and not where the buses go in. But there's a freaking toilet just concreted to the top.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, and it's concreted, so like they had to like boom, like like they had to break it down.
Wow.
Did you get away?
Yeah, this is a ladder, and someone carried it up. Like one of the bigger dudes on the football team
Yeah,
carried it up on a ladder because they just carried up the toilet and then just did it, huh?
Did they get away with it?
I wouldn't know because really only it took like 2 or 3 people to do the act. Most of us just watched.
I see.
Yeah, so like actually I don't know. I don't think I caught. I would say probably because every school has cameras, like especially at entrances. So they probably watched them put the ladder up and do the whole thing.
Bruh, I'm telling you, they were like, y'all won't be able to walk. Y'all got to pay for it again. Y'all better do a car wash or something.
Yeah.
We all had to split. They were like, okay, listen.
That I could see happening.
Yeah, they were like, all right, we're not mad at you guys, but you guys did do something stupid, so we gotta make you pay. Y'all gonna be splitting it or whatever, so y'all can raise money however you did it. I lost all my graduation money, man.
Yeah, look. So don't do what Herb did.
Don't do what I did.
But still have fun with that shit because it is fun. Who else we got?
So we got Pip Boy.
Okay.
Who is godlike at fighting games.
Okay.
He beat Little Rod for $10,000 in the finals.
Oh, yeah.
So you already know he's a beast.
Yeah.
You already know he's a beast. Not bad at shooters and actually pretty good at Rocket League too.
Okay, and then who else?
Huh? He alright.
I saw that reaction.
He alright.
Look, we both hate Rocket League, but we're harsh on people's skills in this league with Rocket League.
So next we have
Rocket League.
Yeah, you better move on before I keep going.
So Jury's pretty nice at Rocket League.
Yes.
Yeah, Cedric. He's pretty good at Rocket League. So that's him, and he also was really good at shooters, like pretty damn good. Pretty good at Gears of War, and he's having fun learning these.
And he learns really quick.
He learns
really quick.
Pretty
I've been
good
trying to
at
get him.
Gate. Yeah. And we also have Phoenix, who's also really good at Gears of War, decently good at Dragon Ball Fighters and Smash.
Very good at Smash.
Yeah.
He's a Sephiroth main. He swings.
Swings big sword.
Swings big sword.
Yep.
Yeah, but he's very good. Like especially in doubles, I've seen him play in like the tournaments that we have here. Man, he goes crazy.
Okay. And then I guess we get to the free agents.
Yeah, so, okay, go ahead. So you want to talk about what's happening with that?
Right, so the free agents, congratulations, all of you guys are pretty much the new Viking Squad. So the new Viking Squad, congratulations, you guys are composed of Todd, Raven, Lucius, Chris, and Jacob. So let's talk about the first one. And these guys are all pretty much like, this is like a perfect like set of players. Because we have Todd, who's like really godlike at Madden, and definitely like really good at other sports games as well. Actually plays Tekken a little bit. I wouldn't say amazing, but he knows how to play the game. He's gonna beat somebody who doesn't know how to play.
Yeah.
So that's something that you really need. Raven, who's actually pretty damn good at Tekken. Won the first Tekken tournament that we had. Not the best at Rocket League, but actually loves picking up games. Went home and just downloaded Splitgate the second that he learned about it from Courtney here.
Nice.
We also have Lucius, who is again another Tekken player, another fighting game player. I've seen him play Gears of War a couple times. He understands the concept. Again, that's a really good player. Now, Chris and Jacob. Chris is Jacob's uncle. Jacob is Chris's nephew.
Gotcha.
So they've been playing their games together like their whole lives, and what they do is they kind of like hyper focus on those games. So Chris, he's a little bit older. He's like in his 30s, and he grew up playing a lot of Halo. Yeah. So when I say this dude is damn good at Halo, he's damn good at Halo. Now Jacob, he's really good at shooters as well, but he like hyper focuses on Gears for like the last 5 months apparently.
Okay.
And he's actually number 3 in the world in free for all online in Gears.
Let's go.
He's that good. He's that kind of player.
Yeah.
So not really too worried because I'd say I don't know how to describe it. Like just because you're good at free for all doesn't mean you're gonna be amazing at team composition in terms of like the shooter. It's kind of like. For those who know what Valorant is, it's kind of like the same of being like really, really good in deathmatch, and then you go into like a regular game and you're like, oh, abilities, what the heck? Like, I didn't even know that. Like,
completely changes the whole game.
Completely changes the thing. Because in free for all, it's like you're just using the shotgun. Yeah. Everybody's only using a shotgun. It is a wall bouncing. It is a movement, and you shoot, get the one kill, base kind of game. Yeah. Everybody's just coming at you. That's completely different from like having the power weapons and like having the composition and like having the know-how to say, all right, I'm gonna back off from here.
Yeah, that's huge. That's huge because the power weapons is like a big key when it comes to the team games as well as everything else you just mentioned too. So
yeah, for sure. And yeah, I mean that's pretty much.
That's the squad.
That's the squad.
That's the squad. That sounds. Hey, listen. See,
that's a tough squad.
That is a tough squad.
Yeah.
And so that's the thing. And so right now too. So this kind of brings us into like the free agency, and we have new free agents joining every day.
Yeah.
So this is how quick teams are being built with free agents. So you aren't going to be a free agent for very long.
No.
You still have time. What is it? February 5th?
Yeah, February 5th. I think we're cutting off the point of like the team actually being built by February 1st.
There you go.
But for those who are free agents right now, please don't worry. I'm actually looking
not
to
at
like
all.
make the right team around you. I'm not just trying to throw you with anybody, right? Like all the guys that came in, what I just named, Raven, Todd, Lucius, Chris, and Jacob, they work together well as a team. I can already tell.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to just grab somebody from over here, grab somebody from over here. Like, I'll do it if I have to, but I want to make sure that every team is comprised of a fighting game player, a shooter, and a sports game player.
And you have the choice. And you have the choice too. Like, you're able to, as a free agent, you can stay a free agent. Like, if you really don't want to take a shot during this tournament for some reason, I don't know why you would do that.
Right.
But like with what happened with them in the Bandits, like even if it's not the best squad that you want to get on right now, the thing is a lot of us owners aren't going to really be super pressed unless you can really show us your faceted skills.
Mm-hmm.
We can't just pick somebody up based off of what they tell us they're good at. I've been told people are good at every game, and then when they played, they are trash. And it's like, and if you were to sign, because we sign contracts with you, so once we sign you onto a team, like that's at least a 1-season contract. I think it's based off of owners right now, like how long we do the contracts for. But if you've never played and we haven't seen you play in this environment,
what are we
we're only going to give you one tournament, and even then, I'm really not trying to pick up basically newbies unless they can really show me their skill set. Exactly. And that means you have to come and play players that are already playing. Now, if you come through and shine, like we have players that do that, you could get picked up on one of the already established squads. But up until you show us what you have, I don't think it's really fair to have the expectation to be on one of the top squads who's well established when you're not necessarily an established player.
Yeah, you have to put in the work. Either that's.
But if you've already put in the work, we'll recognize
we'll
that,
recognize
and you'll move over. But I think free agent squads, like especially because the way that you guys are getting able to kind of showcase your skills and then be built right now, there's definitely an advantage to that, especially now with like the league being so much bigger and everybody kind of understanding what we're doing now. I think it's a lot easier to build these squads, and it's pretty cool. It's a great opportunity for free agents and anybody who's not a free agent yet. Become one before February 1st so you can get involved. I'm still looking for somebody. I still have an open slot. So I mean, that's on one of the more established teams.
This is gonna be a fun month, bro.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a fun month.
Yeah, but and I think go ahead, man. You got something else? I think that's not it, but that's definitely it for the teams. Yeah. Anybody else have anything they want to mention?
Nah, not me.
Okay, cool. He said Germana sucks. Everybody's hurt. Okay, so I guess we'll just go over real quick some of these games, some of the games you might not know or maybe haven't played. So we're going to kind of touch on like our favorite game and what we like about it to give you maybe a little taste of what it is and hopefully interest you in maybe playing one of the games that we like the most. Okay. I'm going to start it off. So I'll start off with my favorite game. It's a new game to the wheel. All the games that we're going to mention today are on the wheel. So that way, this is what's currently being played. It can be changed, but we're pretty solid on these for a while. So one of the games that I'm going to talk about is Lemnis Gate. It's Lemnis Gate. So this game is phenomenal. Actually, the commissioner, Titus, has got me hooked on it. We played a couple hours here like 2 or 3 days ago. It is a turn-based shooter, and I'm going to explain this the best way that I can. You start off with basically a selection of, I think it's like 10 different characters. Every character has a different like special move, as well as weapon and then movement. So like some of them move faster than others. Some, obviously if they're carrying something heavier, they might move a little slower. You play one turn at a time, and when you're not the active player, you're basically watching from like a spaceship. So like you're like a drone. So you fly around and you can watch what the other person's doing during their turn. Then they finish their turn, and this is all objective based. So it's like there might be A, B, and C. It's like capture the flag, but you capture like a floating object, and you have to get it back to your base and then go capture another one. But there's only 25 seconds per turn. Yep. So when this is going on, you're trying to maintain the 25 seconds. You're trying to think about where you're walking and how you're walking, because when the next person gets to go, they know where you went, they know what you did, and they can see it from any angle because they're able to fly this drone around during your whole turn. Yep. After that happens, it's my turn, right? Or it's the next person's turn. They now have choices. They can kill your person before you do any of the stuff you've done, so they can stop you from getting the objective. Then you never got the objective. They can take it from you and then go take it back.
Yeah.
But now they have to make a decision on the next turn, and you have 5 turns to do this, and that's a half. Yeah. So it ends up being 10 turns in total. And so that game, Lemnis Gate, is like one of my favorite games because it takes a lot of strategy. You have to pick the players based on like what each other is doing and what your process is on like how you're going to blow up the objective or capture it. This the way that we're going to play this in the league, or the way it's being played in the league, is actually 2v2. So like me and Herb would be on a team, and you two would be on a team. And what would happen is, I go first. Yeah, so I go first, and then you would go on the other team, right? And so Wonkhoo would go on the other team. Yeah. Then Herb would go on my team, and then Watt would go on your team, right?
That's crazy.
So and you have to strategize now you'll have headphones on and all that for the gameplay, so you'll be talking and having to talk to each other, because the simplest thing, like, so there's a rocket launcher guy, I forget his name right now, but he's a rocket launcher guy, and he basically shoots big rockets, and that guy, if he comes through and blows up every person you had in the first 3 turns, you can completely change the turn of events based off of one thing you did, because it's just like a time loop that plays over and over that you can affect. If you walk in front of your own person, you can get shot by your own person. Yep. So you got to be careful with all that, because then your turn's over once you die. Yep. So being able to strategize with that person, like, it's something I have my team working on, being able to actually work with the person you're playing this game with on top of knowing how to strategize. That's going to be a big dude. Game. Yeah, there's a guy like Flash, but, like, he's super strategic because he can go, like, super fast. Mm-hmm. So you can go do a bunch of stuff or go get to their people before they can get to you, but then he's gone. That's it. You know what I mean? So it's like you have to really work through this, like, I think it's 10 different players. All right, so then my other games, and I'm not going to get too much into them because I think people know what they are, but Mortal Kombat, oh yeah, get them. So we are playing the gun game. Go ahead.
Can we cut real quick? I got to use the bathroom.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll be back, guys. Get them.
Wait.
Don't shoot me, please. Go for it. I think we can still go without Herb. Herb will be all right. Yeah. No, we'll keep going. So Mortal Kombat's the other game that I like. Obviously, that's more of a nostalgia game for me because, like, I played, like, the first Mortal Kombat and I watched the first Mortal Kombat movie. So I just love, like, obviously the gore and, like, the finishing. Like, I love the fatalities. And then just the gameplay I've always loved. I'm not that great at it, but I do love it. And then CTR, like I said, every game on the wheel. I would have said Mario Kart, but Mario Kart's not on the wheel anymore. But CTR, I just love that, like, arcade racing game. And that's it. That's my top 3. So, Wonkhoo.
Okay, so I think for my top 3, I actually said, first off, we'll go with Cod Modern Warfare. Honestly, I didn't really like the game until last night.
Wow.
Like, I don't know, I've been playing it a little more again because I didn't really play much Modern Warfare. I guess I played a little bit when it first came out, but, like, I was more like a Black Ops fangirl. Like, I freaking love Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, Black Ops 1. Black Ops 4, not so much. The game was kind of trash. But, yeah, Modern Warfare, I mean, it's Call of Duty. I'm pretty sure, like, everyone knows what Call of Duty is. It's fun. It's nostalgic for me. I've been playing it for a long time.
Hell yeah.
Next up, I had Overwatch. I played that game when it did come out. I didn't know what I was doing. Herb is back.
Yep. Go ahead, let him.
I'm going to let him in real quick. I'm a big Diva fangirl. I know Basic cosplayed as Diva for Halloween. Yeah, I mean, Overwatch is just a fun game, very team-based game. If you haven't played it yet, I just try it out. It's a lot of fun, pretty easy to pick up. Yeah, and then my third right now is actually Smash. It's definitely not because Bayonetta's in the game. It's definitely
yes, it is.
Bayonetta's my soulmate. Yeah, I love her very much, but the game actually has grown on me a lot. I did not like it. I played Melee when I was younger, and I just didn't like how fast Ultimate was. Like, it's really fast-paced, but I don't know. I've been having a little more fun with it lately, so yeah. Smash, God, and Overwatch.
Hell yeah, let's go. What you got? Watt?
All right, so I'm gonna start off with UFC. It's kind of basic. You know, stand there, punch people, put them in submissions as fast as you can. It really grew on me. I would say around the second season. One night, I just decided to pick it up because it was on the wheel, and I was like, wow, I really like punching people in the face. So
we have programs for that.
Yeah, they do. But anyways, I don't know. It's a very simple game, but it's super fun, and if you get into it, it takes like maybe 30 minutes really to learn, and then you have it. So, and then after that, I had Valorant. I usually don't like these one shot to the head games, but something's different about Valorant. I don't even know what it is. It has that CS:GO feel to it and like a cartoony feel.
Overwatch, like a mix of Overwatch
yeah,
and CS:GO.
it really feels like a mix of Overwatch and CS:GO, which makes me really love it because I really love both of those games. I don't know, and other than that, I had Overwatch, but she already went over that, so I'm going to go with Pokemon. I think we're going with Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Okay.
So that's what we're going to be using for our tournaments. I have been playing Pokemon since I was very little, and I love it. But with Sword and Shield, there's something different called Dynamax Pokemon. It basically raises all of their stats, gives them new moves, and it just makes them overall just like really good, hard to kill. One-shot monsters, basically. So, but yeah, that's about it. That's my 3 favorite games.
Hell yeah. All right, and what's up next? Herb!
Okay, so 3 favorite games. I got definitely Gears of War. I grew up playing Gears. I was, like, not good at Gears when I first started playing it, but it was just something about, like, the lore, the gameplay. It was just all really good, man. So that is just one of those games where if it was on PlayStation and Xbox, I swear the crowd would be bigger. Tekken, kind of the same thing. I grew up playing Tekken a lot. I just like had a lot of money from like cutting grass. Like I used to like cut my neighbor's grass for like money. And I rode my bike to GameStop one day, and the first game I bought was Tekken Tag Tournament 1. I saw Kazuya's face on the cover. He was just looking mean. I was like, I want that game. I'll actually pull it up so you guys can see really quick.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It is like, I was like, I don't know what that is. But I was like, man, I need that game. I need that game. So it was.
And this is the first game you ever bought.
Yeah, it was the first Tekken game. Yeah, the first game I like bought by myself or whatever.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, it was definitely that. So yeah, I saw that cover. I was like, that's hard. I was like, that's hard. And then definitely after that, I would say Splitgate. Splitgate's become my new favorite game. Like it's really fun. It's not hard at all. It's really easy. Like you just aim for the head. You just aim for the head with the battle rifle or the sniper, and then like there's a team SWAT. Aim for the head.
Hey.
You aim for the head, bro. You just they're dead.
That's team SWAT specifically.
They're dead.
Team deathmatch isn't one shot.
Right. It isn't. But it's still if you shoot at the head, it's way easier to kill
higher
somebody.
damage. Yeah, a lot higher damage.
Right. It's just I just learned how easy it is, man. I learned how dude. But that's pretty much like my favorite.
Yeah, Splitgate is basically Halo with portals. That's what I look at it as.
Yeah.
It's like similar to Halo.
Portal had a baby.
Yeah, because you can actually like, I guess, transfer between different locations. You set one portal somewhere, and you can set another portal somewhere else, and you can jump through it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, other people can jump through it too.
Right.
But and then now you have the people that use the strategy where like they set a portal, and then they jump through it, and they just sit on the other side because you can see through the portal if you're close to it, and they just shoot you. Like people are sniping through the portals. Go ahead.
But if you play like that, you're a bitch.
Yeah. Hey, listen, it's frustrating.
Just saying.
It is so frustrating. I hate that shit.
True. I mean,
Hey guys, you gotta play like a play lane, win game. That's
Hey.
what I learned. Play lane, win game.
But what if I can play like not a bitch and still dominate a team?
It's doing.
Then you can't say anything.
Listen.
Sorry.
Living wild and free. That's what I'm talking
Where
about.
did that battery come from? It rolled out on the table.
Squirrel. Let's see. Okay. So I think everybody went over their favorite games. Do you guys have anything else that you want to go over? Yo, I'm preparing for you to shoot me with that. Nobody got shot today? Nobody got shot?
Someone has to get shot.
Somebody has to get shot.
Somebody.
I think it should be Ryan because he's the only ghost.
I can take it, though. I can take it like a man.
It can't be for me though.
Go ahead. You can give it to me. Shoot me. Make it
I
happen.
don't want to do it.
Do it! Pull the trigger!
Do it!
I feel
Pull the
weak.
trigger, because if y'all don't do it, I will pull the
Before I
trigger.
do this, I love you.
Okay. All right. It's because
Right?
Man, you like delayed it for a second, so I was like,
reacted
as fast as I could, bro.
yeah. Oh man, that hurt more than I thought it was going to.
Stinging.
Okay. So let's see. I think we covered everything. I think that makes a good third podcast. I have no idea how long we've been going.
It's been about an hour.
Okay, so it's been about an hour. That's not too bad with 4 people. I hope you guys enjoyed Wonkhoo and Watt. G-Licious past the herbs. We're out. That's podcast 3 in the bag. If you have any questions or anything, again, link up with us. I just forgot my email, so I'm not going to put it on here. Actually, we'll put it in the description. So you'll be able to get my or Herb's email in the description.
Yes, sir,
we got 2 people. You stream too? No, you don't stream?
But you need to get back on it.
I'm trying.
Okay, well, when he gets back on it, he's gonna. You gotta put your streamer name out there. Y'all go ahead though. Like, go ahead and tag your stuff.
I'm already. You already know, man. It's twitch.tv/PassTheHerbs. PassdaHerbs. Y'all already know. I'm on everything. That's the same on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. It's all Pass the Herbs.
Yeah, I'll shout out my Twitch once more. Twitch.tv/Wonkhoo. WONKHOO. Also follow me on Instagram. It's also Wonkhoo, spelled the same way. And also my TikTok, which I'm reviving. It's Wonkhoo and then gaming. So, do you have anything you want to shout out?
I only have a TikTok. I post like once every other day to like 3 days. It's say wow. SAYWAUTT. That's it.
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll holler at y'all on the next one. Oh, and don't forget, January 8th, we will be doing the scrimmage, Ghost Squad and Germana or Karma. So Ghost Squad and Karma.
Karma.
Yeah, January 8th. I'll see y'all there.
All right.